Alright guys, so in this video, I'm going to be discussing the NBA expansion timeline and the crazy mega project that could be happening in Las Vegas if they do get an expansion team. It is a $5 billion retractable roof. Yes, retractable roof NBA arena. And then also, what's going on with NBA arenas? There's some interesting renovation designs for Crypto.com arena, and we're going to be seeing a lot more of natural light get let into these arenas. But first, taking a look at this, it says by 2030, people will be taking the courts in these two cities, talking about Seattle and Vegas. So those are by far the two biggest favorites to have an NBA expansion team. The other city I've heard is St. Louis, maybe, kind of as a low-key city, possibly as well, but it's mainly Las Vegas, it's mainly Seattle. Seattle already has a brand new, redesigned, renovated arena ready to go that currently the Seattle Kraken, which is another expansion team from the NHL, they're playing there right now. Very, very simple, seamless move. Bringing the Supersonics back to Seattle, it seems like it has a lot of momentum if the NBA does expand, but we're not expecting any potential expansion until probably 2025 or 2026 after some key things are negotiated with the players and the owners. So it's probably not going to come up for a few years, but I do want to talk about the all-net resort and arena, which is the planned idea by former NBA player Jackie Robinson. This is a recent article. I guess it's not really that recent. It's from October of 2022. It's taken a step closer towards completion. Ex-NBA player Jackie Robinson unveiled Wednesday a new funding package to restart the venture's engine, and this has had some real big issues in terms of funding. You can kind of understand the problems a mega project like this would face. There's no guarantee the NBA is going to expand in a certain year. It's not like the NBA is saying, all right, in 2026 we're expanding and Vegas is going to be one of the teams. You're building this and then you're hoping to get the NBA team, and you're investing, and you've got to convince people to dump $5 billion into it. It is not an easy task, and that's why the project was basically dormant for 2 or 3 years, and all they were doing at the actual site where it was going was just pushing dirt around, trying to keep it alive, delaying it because they didn't have the money to move forward with it. But apparently they've got a new funding package. Robinson hosted a media event at the upscale Sterling Club near the Vegas Strip, where he introduced his new investor and said he expects to see the $4.9 billion project complete by the end of 2025, with some construction work having resumed several weeks ago. He is expected to seek an extension of his project approvals next month before the commissioner. So I don't know if that happened. I mean, that was a while ago, but the plans for the actual arena is a retractable roof, 2 luxury hotels, a convention center, a movie theater, and a water park. However, the 27-acre site, which is where it's expected to go, has been a giant excavated hole in the ground for many years now. The commissioner pointed to other activity on the North Strip, including last year's opening of Resorts World. And this goes all the way back to 2013, when the arena and luxury hotel was announced, saying the cost was $1.3 billion and it was expected to open in 2016. The plans were approved by Clark County in 2014, and they held a ceremony groundbreaking that year, but the property stayed quiet until the excavation started in 2017. So this is seems like a very, very big question mark on whether this thing actually happens. And I would assume probably construction is once again paused, but they did say in that article back January of last year that they did receive a new investor. In 2018, Robinson said he had signed a $3 billion loan agreement with the International Bank of Qatar, but funds had not been transferred because of background checks on the source of the money. So this is the overall design. You can see it looks like there's some almost, luxury pools on top of roofs, on top of these hotels. It's really crazy looking at it overall. And then the biggest centerpiece of the entire thing is the stadium. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about here. You can see it is a retractable roof stadium. I don't really know how that would work when it comes to NBA games. I feel like everything would have to literally be perfect for you to possibly have the retractable roof open during the game. It seems like just like a little feature to have just for fun, it's kind of like reminds me of the stuff they build in Dubai where it's just they have it because they can. It's just going to cost extra money. And I feel like there'd be condensation issues with the court. Obviously, massive humidity problems. Although Vegas, you're playing in the winter. Maybe the temperature's a little bit lower, the NBA season, things like that. But yeah, a retractable roof is really a crazy design. And then it looks like some type of hologram on the outside of the stadium going all the way around as well. Some type of futuristic thing there. So, we'll see if this actually ends up happening. It's been delayed multiple times, but it is an effort for Las Vegas to lure an NBA team. I would say my prediction is this will not happen. I do think Las Vegas will get an NBA franchise. If the NBA expands, it's probably going to be them in Seattle. I'm not breaking any news with that. That's kind of the expectation, but that's not going to happen until 2025 or 2026. The question is a $5 billion project like this possible with the unknowingness of the NBA expanding? But I can guarantee you, if they do build this, the NBA is certainly going to come. I mean, there are a lot of players in the NBA that want Vegas to get a team as well. Vegas is expanding everywhere. They recently got an NHL team. They recently got the Raiders. They're looking to getting the Athletics. And now they're looking to also possibly get an NBA team. And this is kind of the major project that is supposed to jumpstart it, the All Net Arena and Resort, which is located on a 27-acre site at the north end of the Las Vegas Strip. It will span approximately 8 million square feet using state-of-the-art technology and future-forward design. All Net will become a smart destination designed to invoke both the city and its surrounding natural environment. The development is simultaneously a destination for tourists and an appealing local Las Vegas location for residents. Yeah, that's not... You're talking about luxury hotels. This is all for tourism. There's no doubt about that. And so that is the overall project there. And then another renovation that I saw that the Lakers are planning is kind of, pretty crazy. This is something that we normally never see with the NBA. Very few NBA arenas actually let in natural light. It's a lot more common with college basketball. But yeah, it's like they're going to cut out a little sliver and put in a window there. And that is, I really think that type of design is the future of NBA stadiums. Letting in some natural light in some way, and you've got like a window to where during the game, if there's some type of glare, we have the technology now where you can just dim the window out and drown out the glare or any problems like that. But it is the idea of bringing in some natural light. The Lakers kind of jumping forward and being one of the first teams to bring that into it. I believe the, Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indiana has something like that where they have some natural light that comes in, but that one wasn't a renovation. That's just how the stadium is. But overall, this retractable roof is definitely something different when it comes to the NBA. We're not used to seeing it. Again, it does seem, I guess, unnecessary. I don't know exactly how the science would work on when the retractable roof could be open. It's not like baseball. There's other issues just in terms of, obviously any type of rain, any chance of rain, it's got to be closed. Certain humidity, it's got to be closed. How does the court interact with the condensation and things like that? I feel like that would be more of a problem if you were to try and have a retractable roof. It would be better in terms of weather for the NBA rather than the MLB because we know Vegas during the summer, it's 110, 115 degrees. You just cannot, play outside in those conditions. So that's why the MLB team is going to be having a retractable roof. But the NBA, it's going to be more mild. You're playing basketball in January, February, things like that. Maybe they'll be able to open the retractable roof if this even happens. We don't even know if a retractable roof in the NBA is possible at this point. This is just kind of a design that they're showing. I mean, I guess it is possible, but it does feel like one of those things where it's going to be closed 99% of the time, similar to like the Lone Depot Park in Miami with the Marlins and things like that. So that is the all-net resort design costing $4.9 billion. It was first thought of all the way back in 2013. It was supposed to open in 2016 as kind of a smaller $1.3 billion project. Nothing ends up happening. They reintroduce it. And then really for the past 3 years, they've just been pushing dirt around, but it seems like maybe they've gotten a new investor. I don't know, guys. I'll have to see it to believe it with something like this. It just seems like a crazy investment in things, but this is Las Vegas. You want to build a big resort with 2 luxury hotels, a movie theater, all combined, and then also a retractable roof NBA arena. That's what I would certainly consider a huge mega project when it comes to the NBA. So we'll have to see what ends up happening. Again, I am expecting Seattle and Las Vegas to be the 2 spots for the NBA if they do end up expanding, possibly in 2025 or 2026. But either way, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description. I'm, of course, the Depressed Ginger. Thank you for watching.